Rosemary Merry. Welcome to my paper place. I'm here today with my little friend Cubby, and I'd like to show you some different ways of using this beautiful set of filigree papers from the Vintage Notes collection. If I just open the pack and show you what you're getting inside there, you're getting 5 different coloured sheets of really good quality lacy paper. And I just want to show you some ideas that I had for using this. I get lots of questions about how would I use this, how would I use it on a card, how would I use it on this, on that. So I have actually done some cards today that I'd like to talk you through some, but then show you how to make a few of the others. Saved all the bits. These are bits that I've had left over from what I've been working with, and these can all be used again. Every last piece could be used. They're all white on the back, so that's very useful too. So some of the cards I've got here, this one was really simple. Well, they're all really simple, but I've just used a heart punch to punch out from the lace paper randomly. It doesn't matter if you've only got scraps left, you could use that. We've actually got pearls on some of the middles of the flowers, set on a doily, and then just a strip of the paper along the bottom. And just to hide the nasty edge there, I've used a piece of rickrack ribbon and put some other little pieces on, like the little flowers and the little greeting at the top. This one I made here is using 3 different colours, but using the different sections from the paper. All you have to be careful of here is that you actually match it up, or it will look a little messy if you're not cut in the same place. But you're only using, don't cut them all into 3, because you're only using one small part of each of those 3 colours. And again, you can use gems, you can use pearls, just to decorate, whatever colours you want to pick out from here, and then a little greeting added. You could go on and add ribbon and all sorts of other little bits as well. This third one, similar sort of idea, but I've layered the different pieces up in the different colours. Some of them are layered on top of other pieces as well, if I didn't want to get so fiddly that I was really cutting small and the very intricate lace parts out. But if you haven't got that left, you don't have to use the full pieces all the time. And then I've just used a ribbon, some gems again, and another little greeting. I love these greetings from Craftwork cards, very handy to have in your stash. These little pieces here are pieces I had left when I basically nearly finished all the cards I was making. These little stalks for the flowers were little offcuts, tiny little offcuts that I thought would come in handy. If I just show you here, if I just lay that down, for example here on this piece I've got the little flowers are just dotted about, and these are the flower heads, and they aren't as tricky to cut out as you would think. In fact, if I just show you, if I get some small scissors, put my glasses on. I've got one of the flowers here. You'll notice I'm left-handed using right-handed scissors, so if I can actually do this, I'm sure you can. And you can see that I'm actually turning the paper rather than moving the scissors. I'm just going around the petals. Just make sure you stay away. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly even all the way around. You could take a little more time than I'm taking. Look. There we go, and there's one flower head. Okay, so we've just cut one little flower head out, and that's how I've done it with all the others and used the different colours. So you can get quite a lot out of there. There are loads of flower heads. So that's all I've done with that one there. Used just little bits and pieces I had. I've raised this little bit up here and sponged it because I didn't want the other side, the colours I had left. And then finally I just want to show you this one before I start making some. This is just a die cut shape, and I cut another piece behind. It wasn't an aperture card, but if you have aperture cards, a 3-fold one, that would be ideal. But I've just cut that with any old die cut shape I had, and then any old die I should say, not die cut shape. And then I've just fussy cut a piece from the Secret Garden to lay down the side there, and just highlighted it with some crystal glitter. Okay, so I just want to show you how to make 3 or 4 of them. This one is an acetate card, and I just felt it lent itself, this filigree paper really did lend itself to putting some glitter on it and actually being able to see through it. So I hope you can actually see that there. I don't know whether I need to hold up a piece of paper behind. There's a scrap I've got here, just so you can see what I've done there. You can see the glitter, the shine. And the way we do that is, it's very simple. I've got a piece of acetate. Try and keep my fingers off this because it does get sticky on it. I've just got a piece that I've cut from one of the lace pieces. Just cut my piece to fit it. It's about 2 inches. In fact, I've probably got some scraps in here. You can use all your scraps of double-sided adhesive sheets. So this is a double-sided adhesive sheet, and I'm just going to peel off one side, and it doesn't matter which side, whichever's the easiest for you to actually get hold of. Okay, didn't want to come. You could do it the easy way and actually lay it down onto a bigger piece and then trim it. So now I've got all the sticky still showing up through here because I've got the lace down there, but those holy bits in the lace have still got sticky. I could use my trimmer, it won't gunk the blades up too badly. Okay, get a clean piece of paper. Just take some crystal glitter. You can use whatever colour glitter you wanted to. You could even use a colour glitter, but I just love the very fine crystal. Okay, so you can see now that all those areas that I hadn't covered up have been well and truly glittered. Just tap off the excess. I'll get Cubby to put that away in a minute. Now I'm trying to find my acetate card. It's acetate, I can see it. And because the mat is a little messy, I do like to work on a clean piece. And then I just peel back the other side, the carrier from the other side. And I can put it on either the top or the bottom of the card. It doesn't really matter because I would put one on the other side as well. Let me open it up because I can't see which piece I'm putting it on. Okay, so it's as simple as that. I would then put one at the top, and I've hidden one of the joins there, one of the raggedy areas, with a border peel off, and this place up here with a ribbon. And then use various greetings. I could put a greeting inside. My daughter said to me, where are you going to write on that? I could actually punch a little piece here that I could put my greeting on. Okay, but it makes a very pretty card. So that is how I made the acetate one. If I go to another one here and show you how I did this one. This one here is, I just wanted to show you how many uses you could find for these pieces of paper, these filigree papers. And here I've actually used parchment and embossed through it. So if I just take my soft mat, a piece of parchment, and without going into the fresh sheets, the fresh lace sheets, I just want to show you an area very quickly how we could do this. Now we don't need a light source because obviously parchment paper I can actually see through. It doesn't matter which side up I have the parchment paper, but I'm just taking a stylus tool. If you do actually do parchment craft and you have Pergasoft or the wax that you can get, that will really help stop the dragging. But I'm just going around the outside of these little areas. And you can do as much or as little as you want to here. The more you stretch the paper, the whiter it will become. Just doing one of the flowers and a few of the little dots around there. Just a little heart. Okay, I'll just do this one flower here and then you can actually see the effect. You can use any parchment paper. I'm actually using the Pergamano parchment paper because it's such a good quality that I can get a nice whiteness when I carry on working this. and yet it's really strong to put into a card. It's not flimsy. Okay, so I could carry on doing that as much as I wanted to, and the areas that I've not filled in properly because of speed, once I've taken the pattern off, I could now actually go back in and keep working them and making them whiter, as much or as little as I want to. Okay, so I could build up quite a pattern there. So then what I do is, I'll just show you the card. I actually took a square card, punched a hole with a regular circle punch. I actually stuck down my parchment onto my card first, a square of parchment, so I didn't just put it through the circle, I put it behind. I stuck it onto the front and trimmed it, and then I just stuck this square over the top that I'd trimmed. I didn't even have these bits, I think I'd use them for something else. So I was still making use of that was all I had, but it didn't matter that it was off centre. And then I just went round with a glue pen and the crystal glitter, tipped it on and then tipped it off and let it dry. And again, a very nice effect. So that's using parchment and using it as a stencil almost. Another way of using it as a stencil is to take your sponges and any inks and laying any piece down onto a piece of card and then just choosing the areas that you actually want to sponge through. Now you can use absolutely any inks for this, or pretty much any medium for colouring through. And then I used this and turned it so that the colours weren't matching up, so that you could just see the different colours. Cubby's dreaming now. His nose is twitching. And then finally, I just want to show you here what I've done with some of the corners. And because the colours all go together, it doesn't matter what corners you either have left or that you can pinch from ends of other cards when you've not been using corners, if you've been using centres. So it's like we have the corner here. All I've done is cut round, and if I've only got to there, well, that's all I need to use. So I'll cut it off there. And then I've just trimmed here. You could leave that, you could leave as much as you wanted to there to make it thin around here. Then all I've done, I take these out, I've got all my corners, I've got 3 squares, and it doesn't matter which colours I choose to put together here. I'll just do this first one to show you. All I'm going to do is put them onto, should use my wet glue for this, but just to show you what I'm doing. And you could trim the squares down afterwards, so it doesn't really matter. I've overlapped them a little bit. I tell you what, let's lift that there. Like so. So that is all I did. I would trim this off a little, make the 3 squares, lift them off the card with some foam, and then I've used some gems there. And if you really looked closely, you'd see that I didn't even have a full green corner here, so I've just fudged it a little bit. But I hope that's given you some inspiration on how to use maybe something like this that you've not tackled before and thought, how on earth do I bring that into my card making? So thank you for watching.